Good morning, Studmuffin 1986 here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be touching on just a tank highlight of the E5 American Tier 10 Heavy Tank. I wanted to start doing some tank highlights maybe once a week, as there's some really cool tanks to touch on that sometimes either just get forgotten about or they're just really awesome. And this was one tank I really wanted to highlight. This was a tank I really haven't played in such a long time, and to be honest with you, I actually forgot how cool of a tank this thing was. I feel like some of these old tanks that have been in the game for so long get forgotten because of all the new premium tanks that come out, or all the new tech tree lines that come out, and these tanks just get forgotten. And this was one tank that I just started playing, and I just forgot how good the E5 actually is as a tank. It really is such a beast, and it can be a bit trollish with its armor. This tank has really good frontal armor, especially when you're able to just come up over hills like this, making sure that you're facing the enemy in the correct way. This thing can really be a beast and almost impossible to penetrate. It's really kind of got the jack of all trades. It's a very well-rounded tank. It's got decent gun depression, decent maneuverability, it's got good frontal armor, just when you're hulled down, just protecting that lower plate. But yeah, and it's got a good rate of fire, like pretty good rate of fire for 500 alpha. It's just, it is really a good tank, and it's one tank that I surprisingly don't see more on the battlefield. And honestly, I think it's just because, you know, there's a lot of new tech tree, like newer tech trees. The E5 has been one of the tanks that is one of the oldest in Blitz. And so, but I think it's one of these underrated tanks that, you know, isn't played as much anymore, but is honestly just such a good tank. This thing is really solid, and anyone looking for a tier 10 heavy tank to grind, this thing could do very well. The thing that's so interesting about the E5 tank is you can really play it on just about anywhere in the map and be fairly successful with this tank. There's some heavy tanks that don't do very well, if at all, going flank or out toward the hilly areas rather than town. But this tank, like I said, I mean, it's a very well-rounded tank, and it's a tank that I feel like has been forgotten a little bit just because of all the new tanks coming out. You look at this thing from the front, you really don't have a shot. In the early days, this tank used to have a massive cupola on top, and they ended up removing that just because there was, I think, just a lot of players complaining about it. And ever since they removed that cupola on top, this thing has become quite a lethal machine. So E5, if you have it, go back, play it if you haven't in a while. As I do these recommendation videos, that'll be my challenge, is go back and play it, because this is worth it. This is Studmuffin 1986, and thanks for watching.